Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I want to share with you a few more of my 2012 Christmas cards. This is cards number, I think that was 9 through 12. The first card I made is just a simple A2 card. And what I did was I ran it through. First I took the background that was red and I ran it through my Cuttlebug with the snowflake embossing folder. Then I took a sponge and just lightly went over just the embossed areas with white ink, and then I took my stickles and went over it after I did the ink to make the snowflakes sparkle. Then I just used a die cut and die cut out the stockings, and I cut the stocking out twice, well, the upper part twice, and trimmed it off and put the white, and then I chalked around the opening to give it some dimension. I popped these up on dimensionals, and then I just stamped it with Merry Christmas. My next card came from an idea that I got from Dawn 5377 on her triple layer stamping with Dawn, but I did something different. I used the same embossing folder, the snowflake, and I did my things the same way. I used my 3 different sizes of my blue, taped them together, right centering all of them, and then ran it through my Cuttlebug folder. Then I took them out, and they were kind of like pressed together. You pull the 3 sheets out, and then I backed each sheet, well, the 2 top sheets, by a piece of white cardstock, and then I put it on a piece of white cardstock, the A2 card size, and added stickles to each of my snowflakes like I did in the other one. And then this is just a 3D dimensional embellishment that I added in, and it also had a saying, and I just backed that on white cardstock, and I used dimensionals to pop it up so it's 3-dimensional like the other one, and I really love how that one came out. My next card, I wanted to do a Christmas card without the Christmas colors to see how it turned out. Plus I wanted to share with you some of the ideas that I used with using the washi tape. I got a piece of, just did my background piece, and then I used a stamp that's a little bit darker, and I just stamped, it's like Christmas presents or presents all over to create my background. Then I did some lacing and some ribbon, and then cardstock that I punched with one of the Fisker's punches. And then this is washi tape that I used that matches the background, and I stamped on top of it with the Stays On ink. So because when you stamp on washi tape, sometimes it tends to want to smear. You got to make for sure you let it dry. These are homemade. I think these are called dewdrops. All they are the clear ones that you buy at Michael's, and then I colored them, added some alcohol ink to a bag and colored them. And then behind my girl, I used Spellbinder's die, and this is all I did was I took a piece of cardstock and I wrapped it around with my my washi tape, and then I cut it out, and that's what I used for the background. I wanted the background to match her little outfit on, and then I just used some stickles on her little outfit. I did the fussy cutting out to cut her around that I did on the other a smaller size Spellbinders, and then I just dotted it, the stitching line across the card, and then on the around her on hers. And the last card I did was I used my new We Are Memory Keepers 8, the snowflake die, and I just cut out, I did my card I cut my card out, and then I just did it around the edge of the card, and then just folded it over, and I backed it in white so that I can write my sentiment in there. And then I used a different punch for this one. I dug this one out. It was one of my old Fisker's circle punches, so that I could write the sentiment on there. And what I did was, too, I wanted to continue the look of the snowflake going around. So the punch out parts, I just continued that on the red. And then I just put a dot of stickles to make my snowflakes glisten, even in the open areas where it's cut out. So that's why you can see the little dots going around in the circle on the inside. And then in the center of each one. And then I did my sentiment going that way on my white. And in the center of each of those, it looks like little snowflakes, I put a dot of stickles on that one. And then I just triple layered my my die cut, my image. My image is one of the new ones by Mo's digital pencil. And I used my Copic markers to color her in, and then I used the Flower Soft around her wreath. But before I did that, I just did inking around the outside of the wreath and on the inner circle, just in case I didn't get my Flower Soft all the way down. So I put my Flower Soft on. And then for my little holly berries, I used the liquid pearls and did my little holly berries. And then to add just a little bit more of an accent, the same glitter that I used to do the dots on my snowflakes, I just dotted it every now and then on that one. Then I used the Flower Soft at the bottom down around her feet for the snow. And then I just added some stickles around on her bow and in her shoes and on her little hat and dress. And that's the last card that I did so far. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.